Today we're going to be presenting the latest update for Aion. It's 1.5, and this is the version that both Europe and North America will be launching with on September 22nd and September 25th for Europe. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the things that have changed and a lot of the feedback that's been implemented kind of from our Western audiences, both from betas and previous alpha testings. The first area that's changed is actually the character creation. You'll notice right away that we actually have added a bunch more selections of Western faces. In general, we've added about 40 new pre-created faces. These can be used as a basis of creation to customize your character in Aion. We have also added the ability to change eye color. We've got the ability to actually change the leg length and arm length. A lot of people didn't think our dwarfs were dwarf enough, and so we now actually can kind of widen that out and change things up a little bit here to where it get a little bit beefier. So the other thing that we've changed is actually the character name. We found that it was really not immersive to everyone in the game when there was numbers and letters and spaces all kind of jumbled together. So we've made a consistent naming pattern to where no matter what happens, you're always going to have a capital first letter followed by lowercase other letters. It just, for Western languages, it really, helps keep people in the game. So we're actually going to start the game with a prologue video, and this is kind of introduce the player to the game, who they are, what they are, and the story and their path they're doing. So a lot of our feedback had to do with who am I in Aion, and so we hope that these stories will be kind of ingrained in the player's mind of what they're doing and their path that they're going to take. So these are going to be in English, French, and German. So when you first enter the game, you'll notice these actual question marks that appear. And these will happen when you do different events in the game. So I logged in, I've got 2 that talk about interfacing and moving. If I click on this guy, I'll get another one about chatting to him. If I click on an enemy, I'll get a 4th one that says combat. And this will happen for about the first 20 levels as new systems are introduced into the game. And what's special about these is that there are actual videos embedded into the game. And you can see they're voiced over, and they'll all talk about the different things that are needed and show people visually so you're not just confronted with this wall of text on how to play a game. So one of the biggest changes for us for the Western audience is the default control scheme has been modified. So when you log into the game, you're going to be able to use the left mouse button to rotate the camera, and click to move will be disabled. This was the most requested feature by our players. So I'm going to talk to this guy. And you'll notice he has a greeting. As I said, this will be French, German, and English at launch. It really was a kind of a game-changing experience for me when we put all the voiceover in. It just really made the game and the world feel alive. So our quest text has been rewritten multiple times since we've had the initial translation, and we decided not to settle. We wanted to keep getting better and better and better. And so we actually have a team of around 14 plus writers, many of which are published fantasy authors. And they've really taken the time to make sure that they understood the world of Aion and the broad concepts and the overarching story, but while at the same time providing Western familiarity in the game in terms of cultural references, humor, maybe fairy tales or story.